Hello, my beautiful Aries. It's your turn. It's your turn. Welcome to the How to Work Crown Collective. Welcome to my channel. Hi, I'm glad you're here. If you're a returning subscriber, thank you so much for being here again. If you're brand new, welcome. I hope you feel at home enough to stay. Let's get into it. We're going to have a reading for June 2026. We're going to see what's going on in the areas of love, health, and wealth for my collective. Let's get these cards shuffled. Okay, let's see what's happening for Aries. God, angels, universe, all there is. Work for me, speak through me. For Aries for the month of June. Whoa, 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 whoa. Too many things. Forward motion in the area of love. What else? Okay, so things are moving forward. That's good. Forward in what way, though? Forward with who? Forward in what regard? Hmm. Forward in the way that you're not overthinking love anymore. Okay, that's kind of cool. You've been overthinking it, and now it's going to come easier to you because you're not overthinking this love. You had a change in perspective about this love thing. And it's funny, I keep calling it this love thing. It's like, I don't know, like this existential question you've had for all of time about what is love? What is love? Baby, don't hurt me. Don't hurt me no more. What is love? Okay, sorry. I couldn't help myself. But it was like, but that's what it was like. Like, what is, what even? It's not tangible. It's not physical. I can't touch it. What is it? Explain it. Is it real? So you've been keeping yourself kind of blinded to and kind of chained to a lot of things that don't feel good and keeping yourself from looking at wounding and pain from the past because you don't, because who wants to look back at stuff that doesn't feel good if we're in the now, I don't want to look back there and feel bad. I just won't go back there. I just won't look back there in the past. Um, but we're going to have some forward motion in love because we're going to have a change in perspective around love. Is it because we're looking at the past now? Is it because you're taking a look at something that needs to be healed from the past and having a new perspective about it? Yeah, are the guides and angels going to tell me the answer, or do we just have to not? Maybe we just are we going to be looking at the past? Are we going to be looking at the past? Is Aries going to be looking at the past in June? No. No, but this could be like the beginning of it. No, you're not looking at it in June, but let's start thinking about maybe looking at it one day, maybe in the future. If not June, maybe July. Maybe July will be the month that you maybe not. Maybe the next month, maybe next year. I don't know. But let's just start thinking about maybe taking a peek back there at some past traumas or something that you need to take a look at what you've been avoiding because it'll help you move forward in love. This love thing. It'll help you figure out this love thing that you've been so concerned about. Okay. Let's take a little peek at hell. And that's just, I mean, it is what it is. The timing's what the timing is. If you're not going to look at that in June, you're not going to look at that in June. So, strength in reverse in health. You don't feel at your optimal in regards to health. Is this physical health? Is this mental health? Is this what kind of health is this? You don't feel at your optimal. You don't feel balanced. You feel imbalanced. Is that energetically? Oh, but you just keep going. Okay. I don't feel at my optimal in health, but I just keep going. So you're pushing yourself to continue moving through life and doing things and showing up for what you need to show up for, yet you don't feel optimal in your health. So what do we do with that? You know, how long can you keep pushing yourself forward without addressing what's keeping you from feeling optimal? Is my question. That would be what I would look at. But I do see the sun just came up for you in the area of health. So if you answer that question, this is available for you. Um, all the good health and feeling brand new can be available for you. Feeling strong, feeling healthy, feeling balanced. If you stop just pushing yourself forward and take some time to take a look at what it is that is causing you not to feel optimal in your health, and you probably know. You probably know. We typically know what we're doing and what we need to change, to be healthier. So do the things, maybe be more actionable, maybe take a look, think about at least think about taking a look and think about thinking about addressing the things that aren't making you optimal. So I feel like June is a thinking about month for you. So far it is in love and in health. So let's see what's happening. We're just doing some thinking about thinking about planning, thinking about what am I going to do when I get ready. You don't have to be ready, but you're just thinking about what you're going to do when you get ready to address these things. All right, what about wealth for our Aries? We've got the King of Pentacles reversed. This means you're not feeling super abundant for some reason, and the reason is because you feel like you're juggling not too many things. Hang on, I dropped a bunch of cards. You're not juggling a bunch of things, but life feels hard to juggle. Life feels hard to manage. Things feel hard to manage. And that might be because of the health. And that might be because of this past stuff that you're avoiding, maybe weighing you down, creating some energetic weight. Nobody feels like life is easy to manage when they're energetically weighed down and not feeling optimal in their health. Um, all right, one more thing in well. But remembering that you are the magician, you are divine creator. So you have the ability to solve these problems. You have the ability to manifest the life that you want in love, health, and wealth. You have the ability to manifest the type of love that you want, the type of health that you want, the type of relationships that you want, the type of body that you want, the type of mind that you want, the type of emotional state that you want, um, the type of dynamic with yourself that you want, the type of um, day-to-day, social network and community that you want, and the type of money that you want, and the type of freedom that you want, and the type of all the things that you want, you have the power. And I think you've always known this, and I think that you are scared of this, and I think that you um, kind of stay away from using your powers because you just know that they're strong. You know that they're strong. You know that you're it's a little freaky. Maybe it's a little freaky how good you are at it. Okay. And maybe because you haven't trusted yourself in these other areas, like, well, look what I did over here, and look what I did with my body, and look what I did with my relationships. Like, look how the word mismanaged. I've mismanaged things. What if I, you know, used my magician powers and I created this amazing life? Would I mismanage that too? I don't want to build something great and then mismanage it. I want to build something great and then mess it up. But you're not going to. You're not going to. You can trust yourself now. You can trust yourself now. You're not going to mismanage it. You're not going to mismanage it. We've got 3 cards from, oh, I didn't even tell you what we're doing. Okay, so we're pulling from the How to Wear a Crown Divine Guidance cards. This is my deck that is inspired by the teachings from my book, How to Wear a Crown, A Practical Guide to Knowing Your Worth, available on Amazon. Snag it up. All right, you've got 3 themes, the consequences and negative self-talk coming out in the love department. So stop talking crap about yourself. Um, you feel bad around the area of love because you don't feel very lovable because you talk crap about yourself. Who would feel lovable if somebody was talking crap to them 24 hours a day? So stop that. In the area of health, this is like very like a blunt where you're like, well, quit this, do that, stop that. This is it. It's like very blunt. But I feel like you're gonna like that. I feel like my Aries are gonna like that because you guys are just like that. We're like, just tell me how it is. Okay. I've been trying to figure it out for 16 years. Will you just tell me how it is? Yes, I will. Stop talking to yourself like crap. Okay. We've got rule 1. So the How to Wear a Crown program is 4 rules of royalty. Rule 1 is speak to yourself like royalty. Well, isn't that funny that that came out in the area of health, right after getting negative self-talk is the consequences in your area of, and see these, like, it's like a you and you, right? You comforting yourself. That's what you need to be doing instead of talking crap to yourself, comforting yourself. Rule 1, speak to yourself like royalty. First rule of creating a healthy sense of self-worth, speak to yourself like royalty. Doesn't mean you have to call yourself your highness. Just means stop talking crap to yourself first, right? We'll get there to the more fluffy self-talk where you can act. But what we want to do is not lie to ourselves. You're not going to get in the mirror and be like, "You're the best, most amazing person in the entire world." No, we're not doing that because that's a lie. And lying to yourself is going to ruin the relationship with yourself faster than talking shit to yourself. Okay, so say something nicer, but also honest. Okay, so if the best thing you can say to yourself today is you can get in the mirror and be like, "Okay, Aries, you don't suck as much as I typically say that you do." That's a start, right? If it's a baby step in the right direction. All right, fine. You're not you're not as ugly as I always say you are. You're not as ugly as I think you are. Other people say you're not ugly, so maybe you're not ugly. That's a nicer self-talk to being like, ugh, I'm ugly. Ugh, you know, um, you suck. So is it is it like talking to yourself like royalty yet? Are you like, I am a divine being and I deserve the world? No, it's not that. Not yet, but you're not going to get there overnight. So we're going to start with some conscious better. We're not going to Let's not even call it positive self-talk. We're just going to call it better self-talk. Not negative, not mean. Find something nicer to say to you than what you've been saying. And then balance. I have become comfortably crowned. That is in the area of wealth. What did I tell you? I told you. You're the magician. And becoming comfortably crowned is becoming, this is the last chapter of the book. That's the theme of the last chapter of the book. That is you doing the whole process of learning and understanding your sense of self-worth to the point where you are comfortable with your power and your ability to create the life that you want because you feel like you actually deserve it. So you'll be able to take this magician and actually use these magician powers to their fullest capacity and not be afraid of them. It'll be a fun time. It'll be a good time. It'll be like, I'm a magician. I'm a magician. And you'll just be like, I'm going to make this and I'm going to make that and I'm going to do this and I'm going to do that. And you'll just be like, having a good time because you'll feel deserving of the life that you're capable of creating. All right, Aries. I mean, does it get any better than that? That's a good June. So hopefully start shifting. Okay. That's your I gave other people writing exercises and some little journaling, coaching things. I'm not giving you any of that shit because I know that you're not going to do it. The lawn's being mowed. So sorry if it's loud. But I'm giving you the task of this. When you see yourself in the mirror, say something and you say something mean to yourself. Say just stop and have a do-over moment and say something nicer than what you just said. Just give yourself at least a chance, right? Give yourself a do-over. When you say something mean to yourself, give yourself a chance, say something nicer. Understand? Okay. That's it, Aries. That's your June. If you'll notice, I'm wearing a worthy and beautiful sweatshirt because it's cold in my basement, but it's hot outside. So collectively, what we are doing together, all of us in this, the collective me and you and all the other signs, what we're going to do is we're going to go on the merch line. It's the How to Work Around merch. You can look at the link in the description box below. And we are going to get us tank tops. We're getting tank tops. We're getting t-shirts for the summer and just find a vibe, find a design that's your fave. And if you can't find one that you like, maybe gift somebody one. It supports me, it supports the channel, it makes sure that I can do stuff like this for free for the collective. So I would really appreciate that. And then what else? Uh free 15-minute, oh, the mower. Free 15-minute sessions. Free 15-minute sessions with me if you want to talk about what it looks like to coach with me. Okay. We can do that. And then there's my signature program. It's self-paced. You can do that all by yourself. There's a $27 30-day self-love thing, a link to everything else in the academy, everything that you need really. The link to the book, like all the stuff is in there. So take a look at everything in the offers. Um, take a look at just the stuff in the description box. And if you have not yet subscribed and you want to subscribe so that you can see my face again, because when I do these, it'll pop up on your little notification thingy if you subscribe. So you should subscribe. Hit that subscribe button because the subscribe button kicked my dog. So hit it and hit it hard. It kicked my dog, dude. You gotta hit it. All right. So subscribe, like button, throw me a comment. I love a timestamp. Let me know that you made it this far. And then there are three things that I want you to know. I want every person that enters my realm to know about themselves before they exit my space. And it's that you are worthy, you are powerful, and you are full of potential. But you can't just take it from me. Remember, you have to do your own self-talk. You gotta say it yourself, Aries. So say with me, I am worthy. Don't cringe. I am powerful and I am full of potential. Yes, you are. I love you. Thanks, Aries. I'll see you next time. Have an amazing June.